Good day, everyone. We're in the shop today, and we finally found a welder. Dennis is going to be on his knees for a few hours today, tinkering away. While he's doing that, I'm going to run out to the spare car and pull the fuse box and a couple odds and ends, but let's try and get a close-up. So, funny story. I had a buddy of mine, Mr. Lunn, from Lunns Electric, install a new plug-in and build me a cord to plug Caleb mcquade's welder into. The only trouble is that Caleb's welder, he's got a smaller plug-in on it. So I set up my cord for that. Well, here we are with the old zip tie trick. She'll hold, she works. Gonna do the trick for now. Pick up another plug-in here in a day or so that we can switch it back and forth based on the welders. So, Dennis is inside, welding away. Figured I might as well take this opportunity. I can't do anything in there at the moment other than avert my eyes. So, I'm going to pull the fuse box out of this car. Keep it out of the weather. We're also questioning the master cylinder on the race car, so we're going to pull that one there out, and a couple of the good modules, and even some of these brake components that look like they're in really good shape. Might as well, might need them, keep them from the weather. His words were, I like to do it good. It's got to look good, got to feel good, and it's got to be safe. He's better than I. Father-son combo brought the big dogs in. Boys, oh boys, did Dennis and his father ever do a nice job putting that in. Man, oh man. Little seam sealer on her. The floor panels are all in. We do have two holes up at the front here that we gotta patch up. I got a piece of steel over there that's pretty well cut to go into place. Oh, let's check out up here real quick. We got something in our way though. Check it out. Look at those dandies. But a big day, a big day. Look what arrived today. In here. Parts. We've got a new fuel pump. Straight from Amazon. Cheapy. Hopefully she'll last. A little bit more pressure than what the car's used to, so we'll just turn her up just a little bit. But it's also going to help. We've got the intake on it, so fuel filter, that'll be handy. So we can only imagine what's in this unit. Woo, buddy. I didn't actually think that a level gauge came with it, so we'll have to wire that up. That'll be nice. Run those wires right with the fuel pump wires. Yeah, 5-gallon fuel cell. We've got some connectors, some fittings. One of the rules is you're not allowed any rubber lines, so we're going to run a nice braided line from the release from the fuel pump to the up to the front of the car. Dandy. Pretty happy with that, I tell you what. Excited. I must say, kind of disappointed with myself again because I've been in the shop all evening and first time I've picked up the camera. But it's for good reason. We got a lot done and let's check it out. The shop is a disaster right now. Look at it everywhere. But the fact that it's a disaster is a good thing. Means we're getting things done. Check it out. We have a fuel cell. We have a hole cut. Whoop. And that's where she's going to go. Needs to be bolted in. We might put a little bit of bracing in there. Check out a couple bolts just hanging on over here. We'll circle back to them in a second. But before we go in the pit to see what's going on down there, we've got a battery box on the go. That's pretty sweet. Pretty fired up about that. That was all scrap sheet metal that was laying around. So piece that together. Gonna get her tacked together here this week. And the battery will be smaller than that box, but we keep all the rubber moldings from around the doors to go in and around it. Keep it nice and secure. We've got to mount a fire extinguisher to the back side of that, and we'll bolt it right down to the floor. We've got some pieces of firewall all cut. We've got 3 holes, one right up here, one right there, and then that one right up in there. That's going to be a real doozy to try to get welded in. Now, that big chunk of fuel line there, 3 feet too short. So, ordering one more chunk of that, but let's go down in here to the darkness. Hopefully you can see. Oh, I don't know how well you can see, but that's fuel filter. And there's our fuel pump all mounted in. Our line's coming from the fuel cell right there. But yeah, we've had a big night in the shop here. Fuel cell has found her home. The battery box has found its home. And the firewall is ready to go in. Today's a good day. And you want to know why? Because it's parts day. Check out the box we got. Now, I have had it opened. I've already checked it out, so let's have a look. Some new fuel line. We're going to make this go run today. Oh, man. We've got our window net bars, so we'll be able to attach that in there. Now, this is going to get tricky to film, but try not to scratch it all up here. Look at that. Battery box tie, or battery tie down. So that'll go right in our fancy dancy battery box. So we stopped up and visited Caleb. Stopped down, I should say. And we borrowed some pliers. Funny looking pliers. Popped that fuel line off. So now let's see if we got the correct fittings to hook. There it is. Came with our fuel pump. We'll put this on there, hopefully. And as long as this guy fits, we'll put that on the motor. We'll build a fuel line from the motor back to the fuel filter and fire this girl up. I told you it's going to be a good day. It fits. Now, let's see. I've yet to tighten a single fitting on this whole system that I've built so far. So you wait and see that I go and add a bunch of fuel to this and then have like 5 leaks because I didn't tighten any of them. Probably how it's going to go, but let's get to it. Okay, so fuel pump wired. All the fuel lines are run, tightened up, I think. I have some Mickey Mouse speaker wiring right now, but listen close. The pump is running. So, let's see if the old girl will start or not. Why not? No, sir. No, sirree. Well, went to the old interwebs, found a little information. Turns out these here terminals need to be on the other end of her. So we got the pump in backwards, so it's pumping the wrong way. So we'll have to make a switch here, and then we'll get back to it. Of course, we got fuel on that line now, and that's going to really want to leak on us. Well, I was going to act like I was trying it for the first time and it wasn't working, but in all reality, I've been sitting in this chair back on the interwebs trying to figure it out. I'm not really sure. Probably going to wait till tomorrow when I've got another hand and someone that could kind of look around and we can do some checks. But currently she's not pumping any fuel for whatever reason. Not sure why. Did I ever have to scramble today? Dennis sent me a text saying he was going to come up today, so I ran down to Caleb's and grabbed a helmet for welding. A little better than the one I have. And then we ran up to Nathan Lunns to get our new plug-in for the welder, fix that up. Then I had to do some prep work. I had to make a little bit of space for one of the mount plates to go in. So I had to beat out our floor panel a little bit, crack it and beat it, and then weld in a little piece. And then I prepped the 4 corners for the mount plates for the cage. Dennis is currently welding them in. Let's see what he's up to. He's battling the same thing I was when I was using his welder.
Yeah, there's a little bit of slag build up, not a big
A
deal.
little bit.
Cleaning her out.
I kept getting the wire stuck in her.
Yeah.
So
how are them welded so far, Jeff? I'm no welder, but
well, they're a lot better than mine over here, I tell you that. Don't look at Jeffrey Fab, that's not good. Dennis Fab, pretty good, pretty good. Man. So we're going to be mounting our main hoop on this plate. This will give us lots of room to mount to. And we've test fit over here. The bar will come right up into here, right up to about, yay. And I think at the end of today, my goal is to see the main hoop, the roof bar, and the 2 down bars in. I am fired up to see a cage started in this car. I forgot. I was practicing with the welder yesterday. By practicing, I mean like trying, I should say. But look what we got. These welds, not as bad as I've done before. Not too bad, not too bad. First hood pin. Hood is back on, and I don't know, she'll come back off, so that's sweet. Cut this one a smidge on the short side of things, but that just pulled it down out of my line of sight. Burning her in. These welds in here, bad, but they hold. And also, we got the trunk done too. A couple of adjustments to make there, and then weld them on the bottom side, but trunk's also back on. Wicked. Check it out. We're back in the driver's seat for the first time in like 2 months. Dennis has us pumping the brakes again, and we're starting to get a bit of pressure. Holding. It's finally happening. We're gonna give Dennis the honors here. Dennis, we're ready for you. Fire that girl up. Ah, it's back! All right, leave her running for a second. funky sound, what that is, that's when it's bleeding off.
Yeah, just
Give her a couple revs for me. Apparently we still have some Sinto lubricants on the exhaust burning off. Well, what do you think, Dennis?
she's running really good.
I think we ought to turn her off, move some junk out of the way that doesn't run, take her for a drive. Hey guys, we're going for a drive. You coming?
Watch your side.
We're going for a drive. So do you hear how the fuel pump sounds different right now?
Yeah.
That, I've figured out that is when it switches over and is dumping back in.
Okay. Just want to make sure this wire here is not going to pull out.
Yeah, we just need it snug so it's not.
That should be okay.
Catching. It's way better sitting in a seat.
How's the brakes?
Oh, brakes, right?
Yeah, try your brakes.
Hey, they work.
Amen. Holy, I guess.
Did you see that? Watch. That's first.
First is a charm, yeah. Still got a piece of flat bar back here, so don't go too crazy.
Flat bar.
Yeah, there's one sitting in the...
There. It's weird with no doors.
I know.
Remember how you asked if we were going to get dust or not?
Yeah.
I forgot about the door situation. Good girl, Star. We do have a slight alignment issue as we talked about.
And say, make sure that steering wheel doesn't come undone. That nut's
yeah.
not.
Forgot about that. Who needs a nut holding the steering wheel on?
It's pressed on. You should be okay.
Hey, look, we got a tree down. I can't get it back on. Got no e-brake to pull. Yeah, we gotta be careful right now. We don't tear our fuel pump wires off.
Yeah.
You want to drive her back?
Sure. And I won't shut the camera off this time.
We made that mistake once, didn't we?
Yeah.
This is the seat to be in, really. What a view.
I gotta put this head on my short legs.
There I am thinking I'm right on top of the steering wheel when I do that. So if anyone notices the smoke coming out of the hood right now, that's just Sinto lubricants on the exhaust, I swear. brakes do work. What'd you say?
That must be it. We got her back there. Yeah, it's working good.
I'm pretty happy. Man. Think we can get him to a burnout or what?
It's a burnout.
Yeah, I sure do. If she can't do a burnout, she's no good to me. You can tell the clutch is breaking in too, because you can shift through first again. Great news! That was a successful drive. We went, drove it back and forth in the field. Brakes worked, fuel pump worked. We did a burnout, we drove it back. The only problem we had was when we got back, the check engine light is flashing. But great news. We have Dennis checking the codes. But this is going to be where we end the video. We will come back to what that code is in the next video. We'll see what's going on. So quick recap on where we stand with the car. Car's running again. First time I've said that in a long time. We have all our fuel lines hooked up. If I stop moving, right there, fuel line, our fuel pump, our fuel filter, our fuel cell is in the trunk, 3/4 mounted, half. A little bit of work to do with all of that. Our cage plates are all in. We do have to buy a little bit of steel to make the cage a little bit taller. And we're going to also narrow it up a little bit. It's a little bit too wide for the car, especially when we make it a little taller. So a little bit of work to do there. But we are ready to put the cage in. We got to get some gas for the welder. And things are happening. This video's got a lot of stuff, a lot of updates. But a lot of stuff happened in the last little while. But nothing really exciting until today. So things came together. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Stay tuned for the next one.